Welcome to Embracing Life Again. I'm Katherine Coffer, transition expert and minister. Together, we'll break through life's toughest barriers, rediscover joy, and start dreaming again. It's time to embrace life fully with purpose, passion, and hope. Welcome to Embracing Life Again. I'm here on location at CAR, Center for Adaptive Riding facility, and today is a special day for me because I'm going to be conquering my PTSD, or at least hoping to. So I have Sarah McKenzie with me, and with her horse Sully, or actually Sully's part of Center for Adaptive Riding now. So Sarah's going to tell you a little bit about who she is and what she does and why Mr. Sully's going to help me with my fear and trauma from in 2021. My horse had, I was walking my horse and he spooked and took the lead rope out of my hands and circled me and then swiped up where he was spooking from and hit me and got me in the head, and it's by the grace of God I'm still here, said the trauma surgeon. So anyway, so Miss Sarah, I wanted to.
Hi.
You saw her in my first, I think it was my first show, and we said we're going to do my trauma. So yeah. Today I'm really triggered, so it should be a good show.
Yay!
I know she's very happy about that, and I know he feels me because he's like
he's anxious.
He's anxious because I'm really anxious. But tell my audience what you do.
Yes, I am a certified therapeutic riding instructor in training. So I've gone through all of the processes of becoming a therapeutic riding instructor, and I am just waiting to take my exam now. I have done behavioral therapy for 4 years. I did that in Texas, and then I moved out here, and no, sir.
This is why I chose him. Because I'm already scared of him. Go ahead.
No, sir. We love the behavior.
Yeah. Well, okay. This is what I wanted, so
we're now
good.
I am the program director here for the adaptive riding. So I help train all the horses. We stay on point, stay in good behaviors. Basically, do a lot of horsemanship clinics, teach people what the horses are telling us and how we can better communicate with our horses. And for PTSD clients, that's a really big thing because it can help us emotionally regulate ourselves. And horses tell us more about ourselves than we think. So, a little bit about my background. I grew up around horses and did behavioral therapy, and now that's him telling us, let's go. I'm tired of standing here. So we're going to do some energy work today with Sullivan. Sullivan is a great horse for us to do this PTSD kind of training with because Sully also has PTSD.
Yes.
And he has trauma.
That should be fun.
No. I'll do a lap. I'll show you my energy with him. And then you can walk him. And we'll see your energy with him. And then we can transition outside. All right. We're going to unclip from here. Yeah. So we are fully unclipped. I like to hold my lead rope enough down to give him some space. I hold the extra slack so it's not dragging, and I hold it just how I hold my reins when I'm riding because I have more control. So the biggest thing with horses is they have mirror neurons, and they can mirror our emotions, and they're going to reflect how we're feeling. So if you're feeling a little anxious, Sully's anxious, he's like, let's get going, what are we doing? Horses like to move when they're feeling anxious, move their feet. So he is definitely ready to go.
Yep.
All right. So for our terminology that we use with our horses is walk on, easy, whoa, and walk up is to go faster. So we're going to just walk on, and we'll do some light energy work with him. So I want him to reflect my energy. And I like to say my shoulders and my belly button are where my energy goes, and that's what I want him to follow. So horses should Now that he's a little like calmer, you can tell he's slowing down with us. He's going with our energy. We're creating the pace. Now if I walk a little faster, I'm not even having to use the verbal cues. Good boy. Good job. Can you give him a pet? There you go. Oh yeah,
As soon as I pet him, he's like, I'm out of here.
All right, let's do a circle around so you can still see us. There we go. Oh. So he can sense your energy for sure. All right, come pet him at the shoulder so he can see you with his eye. That's a good sign. He took a deep breath, so he released his energy. So Sully and all horses will take a nice deep breath to show that they are releasing that energy and they're trying to be one with us. He has some lip quivers going on, so you can tell he's relaxing. Horses are prey animals, so their biggest thing is they don't want to be a leader. If they don't have to be a leader, they don't want to be a leader. They want us to lead them. Sometimes with the horse with trauma, like Sully, he doesn't believe us at first. He's like, wait, what? What do you want me to do?
Yep.
And so the biggest thing with my PTSD clients, which I don't currently have any, you're my client today for PTSD. Not only does it help us regain our trust and confidence in the horse, but it helps the equine, the horse, build that trust and relationship with us.
Right.
So in the round pin is where we'll go today.
Okay.
And I'll have you do a couple of exercises with him. You can touch him, pet him, or we'll go in there and do some of that. And that is huge to build respect for the horse, for a horse to human relationship. Which is our cue for go, and I'll have you just shoulder up with me. That way you're not too far behind and he can still sense both of our energies. We'll tell him easy, easy. Because if we're not feeling easy, we can still use our voice to give him the cue that we want him to go slow. And we'll have him roll. Would you like to try? Here you go.
Now, how can you tell if he's...
Here you go.
Nope.
So he's like, I don't know if I want to cuddle you yet.
No. So he doesn't trust me
go.
yet, of course, because I don't trust him.
So some ways that I like we all have our anxiety, okay? So I can start my day and I might know what I'm doing, but I might have had 3 cups of coffee and I'm really anxious that day and I need to take some deep breaths with my horse too. So self-regulating ourselves by taking some nice deep breaths, he can sense that. One really good thing or cool thing, fun fact, is the whiskers on the horse can sense us. So kind of like a dog when you let them smell your hand first. Yeah. I'll let their whiskers touch me first. And then they say hello by going, and he'll do it back. So he said hello back. I greeted him, and he greeted me, and he released all of the energy.
Okay.
And one way, if he wasn't to have done that and said hello back, I can blow, hey, in his nose.
Right.
Because that's the same thing. But he said hello back, so that was really great. Another thing for a horse to trust you that we can practice, but it's really silly, so we don't have to if you don't want to. They lick and chew when they release energy.
Correct.
So licking and chewing means the same thing if we do that to them. So if I'm licking and chewing, that's how I can communicate with him. Oh, she feels safe, so I should feel safe.
Okay.
So sometimes when I'm meeting a new horse, and I don't know their energy, but you can tell when they're a little tensed up, I'll go, and just smack.
Funny. I haven't heard that before.
And I'll smack because that's what they understand as safe. And that I feel comfortable and I feel safe. And I would in turn want him to have a lip quiver or a deep breath or for him to lick and chew back. So we're just gonna go a circle around and I'll shoulder up with you and we'll ask him to go.
Walk on.
Go on.
Walk on.
And we'll take a step. We want him to follow our energy. Our
I just
shoulders.
don't want him to. He has such huge feet. I don't want him to step on me.
He knows where his feet are.
Oh, he does.
He
Okay.
does.
because I'm ahead of him now.
So you know where your feet are, he knows where your feet are. He's shouldered up with you. He's gonna go with our energy. So if you bring your energy up just a little bit, there you go. Oh,
What was that?
that's his trauma. He tripped because he has that hurt shoulder.
Oh,
But his feet are way behind you. They're not even close to your feet.
okay, good.
You're safe. Now change your energy to slow down. There you go.
I didn't say whoa, buddy.
Well, you didn't stop.
Hey,
Tell him walk.
walk on.
And this is a part of us being the leader.
Yep.
Now we can have him whoa.
Whoa.
So it's our choice. And that's how he can build that relationship and that respect and trust with us, because we just reinforce. No, you need to listen to me when I say whoa, not when you say
Right.
whoa.
Right.
You ready to transition outside?
Yep, let's go to the round pin.
Let's do it. We are now in the round pin inside of our arena, so we have all of our gates closed just in case. We're gonna do a pressure and release exercise to help gain respect and trust from Sully, and then I'll have you try it.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna unclip, and I don't need a whip or a crop. I'm just gonna use the lead rope for my pressure, and then I will release once he listens. Sully is a horse because he has that trauma and the leadership of I need to be in charge because I don't know if I trust you. This is a huge exercise for him to gain respect. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask him to walk. This is pressure, and I release. Good boy. Pressure to go. Tail. The horse's tail, when they want each other to move, they swing it. So this in turn reflects the horse's tail. So this is my horse tail asking him to go, because that's what horses do in the wild. So this is a way we can communicate with our horse what we want them to do in a way they understand, instead of having to teach something new. So I've now released my pressure, and I'm going to stop walking, and I'm going to take a deep breath. I'll do it again. Breathe in. And this allows him to know it's safe for him to come in to our space.
Hi, buddy.
Beautiful. And he came straight up to Kathy. All right, Sully just licked and chewed. Let us know he's feeling nice and safe. He's very curious on what's going on. Easy. Anytime we feel uncomfortable, a way for us, especially those who have PTSD, to gain that leadership and confidence again, use those commands we know. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, we can let him know. Easy, whoa, stand, asking him to do that.
Okay.
We're gonna have Kathy use the pressure and release. I'm gonna give you your horsetail. And you're gonna ask him to walk on. So he's facing this direction. It's probably easier to go this way. And he, at this point, is gonna listen to me.
He's gonna listen to you.
So you can use this hand to point where you want him to go, but he's listening. Good job.
Come on.
So back up just a little, so his hind end moves away
Yeah, I don't
from you.
want him. I don't want him to
There
kick
you
me.
go. Yep, we want to give him enough space so you can keep your body a little bit more to the middle and let him push out to the outside. Beautiful. He's moving to the outside, and you can keep your body more in the middle. You're keeping your tail up, keeping that pressure. He's walking, so you can release a little bit and lower. Good. Take a deep breath with him. Good. His ears changed. He heard it. He felt it. Go ahead and do it again. Good. You can even walk a little slower. Change your energy. Gonna come.
Hey,
Gonna-
sweetie. He's coming to you though this time.
He is.
He came to me last time.
That's funny.
Hi.
That was good pressure and release.
Hi.
So sometimes with Sully, I like that he came up to you, especially the first time.
Yeah.
Because Sully's a horse that sometimes when I bring him in here to do pressure and release, he'll stand at the outside and stare at me for 5 minutes. He's like, no, thank you. And he needs a minute. And then I'll do it again and again. We'll keep doing that until he's like, oh, I like you. I remember. I feel safe with you.
Nice, sweetie.
But his head is lowered.
No, I'm
thinking
feeling more
about it.
comfortable with him
Yeah.
now.
He's definitely sensing that. You're feeling calmer. And this is a really good way for us to gain the emotional regulation skills, because then they also sense that. So you start anxious and you regulate it. So he learns to regulate himself, and you're also learning to regulate yourself. And he just took a nice deep breath for us and lowered his head. That was beautiful. That was super awesome. Very good. We're giving just nice reinforcement now. So we're telling him, you did a good job. You listened to us. We can give him all the pets and the good boys and all the things. And he can just feel safe and at one in peace. How do you feel?
Better.
What's the most intimidating part for you?
So when my horse bolted and yanked this out of my hand and came back around, I was just standing there, not even thinking he would kick up, right?
Yeah.
So the unknown of what he's going to do.
Right.
Is it, I can be on a horse,
Yeah.
but it's the trauma of me
Being with.
walking with the horse and then him bolting,
Yeah.
right?
The unknown.
Yes. So,
So controlling your energy. So that energy work. And then knowing
I was fine with him,
if I need to
the
back
other
up
one.
a little bit. Right.
right.
But it created PTSD. So now if we can focus on your energy when around the horses now,
Yeah.
and now you have the PTSD, unfortunately, you back up. And you can allow that space to back up, give him their space just in case something were to happen.
Yeah.
But you can still control your energy. Which is great, because it's obviously had a huge effect on him. And Sully has had this shoulder injury for over a year. It'll continue to open and close the rest of his life, but that's a huge part of his trauma, is trusting humans that we're here to take care of him, not to
Right.
hurt him, not to annoy him, and that we can be in charge. There we go. He's figuring it out. We can tell he has.
still seems worried right now.
Yes, I was gonna say
Yeah.
he has V-shaped
Yes.
eyebrows, so
Yes.
he's still thinking. Right now, his ears are moving back and forth, which is a good sign. That means he's focused or paying attention. But as he's looking around, you can tell he's paying attention to everything around him instead of just what we're doing right now.
And not paying attention to me.
Right. So another exercise I like to do is have them back up. And this is another pressure and release. So once I will do the pressure and release around in a circle, I'll ask him to back up. And if he doesn't, then I can push in the middle of his chest, back up, good boy, and release, back up. And then the next time I would want him to back up with just a tap, but if he doesn't, back up, and he's licking and chewing, so he feels nice and safe. I'll ask him to come forward, and then I'll have you do it.
Okay.
Forward. Pose. I'll take your tail. And you can go ahead and try, and you can do it from that side too. So you'll just give him a little tap, and if he doesn't back up, you'll
Okay.
push in the middle.
Sully, back up. Back.
Good.
Back.
And release a little, because he did a step. Give him a pet. I'll back up so he's not focused on me.
Back. Now, right now, I'm afraid of him going to be jumping forward on me.
Okay? So take a deep breath, and you're going to poke right in the middle.
Back.
Tell him back.
Back. He's not listening.
Deep breath.
He's actually pushing against me.
So you take a step forward with him and say back.
Back.
There you go.
Back. Back.
One more and have him stop. And deep breaths. That was good. So he hears that bird over there. He's focused on it. There he comes to you.
I did.
There he goes. Good job.
Okay. Do you want me?
Shakes. He has flies.
Did you see me go like that? When
I did.
It's like that.
And he kind of stopped. He was like, oh, oh.
Hey.
Sensing the energy. Let's see if he comes back over here. Good job. And we can reward him for that. Good boy. We want him to be with us as much as possible. Here. He has lip twitches. So his eyes are still V-shaped a little bit.
Not as bad though.
Not as bad. He took a deep breath. He has lip quivers. So he's showing us he feels nice and safe and comfortable. Good job.
Okay, so how do
Very
you
good.
make him go
All
forward
right.
again?
So basically shouldering up. So horses can't see directly in front of them and they can't see behind them. They see on the side. So I shoulder up where he can see me and then I'll ask him to go forward. But I just said the command. So I'm gonna go on that side and I'm gonna have you do it. Okay. I'm gonna let him shoulder up with you. Nope. All right.
He goes, "You're my trainer. I
Nope.
know you better."
All right, go ahead and take a step closer to him and go ahead and touch his face. So he's with you.
Nope.
You can hold his halter just a little. Keep him right there. There you go. He's making the connection. You can give him the command. Tell him forward.
Forward. Good boy.
And he lowered his
Whoa.
head with you.
Good
And he
boy.
woed with you. Very good. That was excellent.
Good boy.
As he's focused on all of us, but he can hear
I
you
know.
and he knows what you're saying.
Hi.
Yeah.
Nope, you still don't want to cuddle yet. I don't blame you.
He's actually not a cuddle bug. His
Oh, okay.
brother is. Some days I go in and he'll be nice and relaxed. I'm like, just put your head on my shoulder. Come on. You can do it. He'll get there one day.
Mhm.
But his eyes look much better. Hi, I'm still talking. I know. Good boy. When grooming the horse, I like to start and end sessions this way. In the beginning, we're bringing our anxious energy to him, and so you might see a lot of wiggling. If we're still anxious, he still might wiggle. We obviously already learned in the beginning, in the introduction, he doesn't like to stand still. So something I like to do is I place my hand and my energy on him first, and then I take my grooming tool and I brush.
Okay.
So I'll pass it on. In this stage, we've done a whole session. So at the end, hopefully we've casted a lot of our own anxieties away and we've created the rapport with our horse so he has a little bit more trust. So he'll stand still with us more so in the end. Then
I just
there you
shocked
go.
him.
It's okay.
I just shocked you. I'm so sorry.
We'll give him a pet.
I don't know why I shock, but I do.
It's okay.
It's okay, babe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean to.
That was big energy. We
Yeah.
have calm energy, but her finger didn't.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. Keep a hand on him and deep breath. Yeah, he came back to you. He looked.
Okay.
He's licking and chewing. He feels safe again. Good job, bud.
So how is this calming me, or is it calming me? I'm still. I just still don't want him moving.
This is kind of just how sweeping the floor can be therapeutic.
Okay.
Sweeping our horse can be therapeutic. So the sweeping motion with our horse can be very therapeutic for us. A lot of people even say mucking stalls and stuff like that is therapeutic because it's a mindless activity, right? We're grooming and hopefully we're not as anxious. We'll let him wiggle.
He's like, I'm done with this grooming.
Yeah. So keep your one hand on him. There you go. Easy. And something I tell people during this process is talking to our horse the whole time is really good for their brain. It's also good for our brain.
Mm-hmm.
We can release a lot. But I always keep a hand on and let them know you're safe, you're good to go, bud. Hi. Tell them about my day. How many cups of coffee I've had that he can already tell. Good boy. Good job.
What are you doing, silly boy?
You can't move that way. Flipped up.
He's trying.
You're trying. So good conversations with our horse. We can move him to the other direction and we can groom his mane too. You already got the brush. Look at you.
I already got it.
All right, you can show it to him.
Hey, Sully.
Show him what you're gonna
Hi.
do.
Hopefully I won't shock you again, you poor thing. Poor guy. Here, can you give me your head? Do you trust me to give me your head? No.
We can start down here if you want.
Okay.
Gain the trust first, and you can release the pressure on the rope because we don't want to give pressure right now. This is just a time to breathe with our horse and be with him. So lots of breathing. His ears are forward. He's feeling good. Nice. Putting your hand down on him.
Like,
Remembering
I remember.
to keep the energy with him, letting him know we're kind of all together here.
Jude, you need a wash.
Yeah, he does.
I think he rolled.
He did roll, yes.
Yep, he got
He was
mud.
caked in mud when I got here earlier, so he had some fun. Lots of fairy knots. Oh, he's got a lip quiver.
Hey,
Take some deep breaths.
What do you
and
think?
see.
what are you thinking, sweetie? Can I do your
Oh,
forelock?
nice low head. Now
Uh-huh.
he's accepted the cuddles. That was
Can I do
good.
it? Can I do it? Will you let me? Good boy.
Good job.
And the funny thing is, he can't see me right now,
Right,
and he's allowing me to
Can't
do
see
it,
in
which is
front.
good. Well, now he can see me.
right. But they can't see in front, so that's good trust.
Yeah, so he trusts me, and I.
So if this was something you did on a weekly basis, this was your first time ever being with him.
Yeah.
If you built that rapport and that trust every week
Yeah.
and knowing, okay, I can,
Where are you going?
hey, I'm gonna just keep my body right here because he needs to stay aware. We're not done. He's trying to tell us, I'm all done. I
Yep.
don't want to be groomed anymore.
Nope, I understand that, but that made me anxious.
That made you anxious. So I can tell you what I did. The leader of the herd is the one who doesn't move their feet. If you move your feet, you're submitting.
Interesting.
So I kept the pressure here. I'm keeping it here. I want to keep my feet as still as possible. He has to move, not me. So I kept the pressure. I tried to keep my feet as close to one spot as I could.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same thing when you see people doing small circles with their horses.
Yeah.
Or even lunging, and kind of what we did. The submissive horse in the herd is the one moving their feet.
Interesting.
The dominant one
It's
plants it.
planted.
Yep.
Okay.
So I kept that pressure there. So now he's standing more still.
Okay.
We can come in and do a little exercise. All right.
Okay.
That was good.
All
I
right.
had a lot of fun.
Mr. Sully, thank you so much for being a good boy.
Oh, good job, bud.
And Sarah, thank you so much for being on today and
That was exciting
getting
and
me
fun.
over, getting me
know.
at least close enough where I'm not afraid for him to jump on me.
Well, I'm glad that we could see kind of your anxieties and see his anxieties and see where both of you could relax in the licking and chewing and feeling safe. And
Yeah.
some tips and tricks now that you can use
Yeah.
when you're around another big horse
Yeah.
that gives you anxiety.
Yeah. Zebby's no problem.
Yeah. No,
He's this tall, so.
not very intimidating.
No.
This big guy, though,
Yeah.
that's a different story.
What? 1,100 pounds?
He is 15.
1,500 pounds, whereas Zebby's 220 pounds.
It's a big
little
difference.
little difference there.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so we just wanted to wrap up today in what I learned and what Sarah thinks happened, I guess. It could be totally different.
We'll see.
Right? So when I first saw Sully, the reason I picked Sully is because I've never been confident around him. He scared me. His bigness scared me. He's part
Percheron?
Percheron and quarter horse. He's over 16 hands, 1,500 pounds. He's a big boy. So that's what, I did Fiona. I know she's not going to do anything.
Right. She's a calm.
But she's so calm, whereas Sullivan isn't. And I know that, and that's why I picked him today. So what's your...
I like that, because I think Sully's trauma is hard to work with sometimes.
Okay.
So it takes a lot of energy work for us to calm him down and for him to build that connection with us, so we can build the connection with him. So that's why I really like doing these types of exercises with a horse like Sullivan.
Okay.
I think that the moment you stepped on property, so horses have that wonderful ability to be able to feel your heartbeat and feel your energy from a very far distance, and I think he could pick up on it.
So Sarah told me when I drove up, Sully changed. He changed his whole demeanor. It's because I was already anxious and worried about doing this today. So he picked up on it, and she told me as soon as I got in the barn, well, yep, it was you, right?
Yeah, so I was standing in there grooming Sully, and he had his foot kind of cocked out, nice deep breaths. He was relaxed and rested, and the car door closed, and he kind of was like, okay. But the moment you got close enough for him to sense it, he put his head up, he started wiggling. He's like, what's going on? I feel an energy, I sense an energy.
Yeah.
And then you came in, you said, hello, and I was like,
it's you.
It was you. That's why.
Yeah.
So it's a huge, huge response. Even the subtle responses that we can give, that they give, it's a huge, huge deal in a horse's brain, because they are prey animals.
Yeah. So they're like, what do I need to be scared of?
What are we running from?
Yeah.
You're telling me to run. Why do I need to run? So today we did a lot of emotional regulation for ourselves and energy regulating for ourselves. And that in turn helped Sully. And a way that the horses tell us that was the deep breaths, the licking and chewing, lowering your head. At the end, he let you put your arms around his head. He allowed that versus immediately pulling back.
Which he wouldn't do that at the beginning at all.
Right.
Right.
Which shows me that you guys were able to build a little bit of a connection there.
Right.
Do you feel that?
Yes. But what's next? What's my next step?
So the next step would be staying consistent. So the more we're consistent with horses, so they have that mirror neuron that I was saying.
So true.
So they're a reflection of ourselves. So the more we're consistent with ourselves, right, we grow and we get better. Same thing. So if we're building that connection with our horse, they're going to grow. They're going to grow with you, and you're going to grow with that horse. So they're going to trust you. You're going to trust them. And eventually you have a beautiful connection with something you were terrified from before.
Okay.
It comes with time, but it'll come.
I know it does.
Yeah, and the little things like grooming is huge, and something we wouldn't think that's so big.
Right.
But imagine your mom brushing your hair when you were little.
That does feel good.
Right. And that's the same thing for the horse. It's like, oh, I can feel safe. This is my person. They're brushing my hair.
Yeah. But I'm always shocking.
You did shock Sully a little bit. So even though our energy was calm, we had a big energy.
I don't know what that was, because I'm always shocking Zebby. And now he's like, when I get near his head, he's like, are you going to shock me? And I'm like, I don't know, I promise I'm not, but I don't know what I'm doing to shock him.
It's probably just rubbing our hands on them too much, or maybe on our clothes, and then
I don't know.
Bring a dryer sheet with you.
There you go. There we go. You've taken the first step to embracing life again. Let's continue to break barriers, find joy, and dream without limits. Join us next time, and let's discover inspiration through every transition together.